How is it going, agents? I'm back with another build guide,
And we're back. Thanks for tuning in to Rooftops
and
Radio.
this time it is an LMG build guide based on Lengmo
Really
brand.
important, guys.
So before we start with some gameplay,
Is
let me show you the stats. This is the stats without any modifier tier. So crit chance is standing at 59%, and crit damage is at 164.5%. All right, let's get to work and see how does this build goes. So in this build, I am using the new exotic LMG Pakhan. The thing about using LMG, you are wide open, so you get easily hit. This guy is staying up there.
Just gonna.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
Ooh.
Bolted up my turret.
Changing.
Gonna kill you. Target. Press fire.
Hostiles guarding the station nearby. Reinforcements incoming. Detecting additional hostile contacts. detected. Nearby location guarded by hostiles.
Right, there was it. All right, let's take a quick look on this build. So this build is based on the Lmg brand. So on the specialization, I am using the gunner, where it gives you armor on kill and also rate of fire. On the primary weapon, I am using the new exotic Pakhan Lmg. We should get it from the seasonal reward, from the season pass. You can get it from here. It is on track 69. This is where you get your Lmg. So what does this Lmg gives you? It gives you a 75% base magazine size, and it increase to the next magazine size right up to 4 stacks every time you kill an enemy. So then this Lmg, I roll on damage to armor. So the only downside to this Lmg, it is the reload speed and the rate of fire is a bit slower than any other Lmg, if you can see here. So if you want to use this Lmg, if you have not tried it, or maybe you have already tried it, you definitely need to plan and on your movement and time, on your, especially on your reload. So on my secondary weapon that I have here, I am using rock and roll, my usual weapon that I slaps in on the secondary, the rock and roll shotgun. If you want something similar, you can use the ACS 12. Otherwise, you can use just about any weapon of your choice. Same goes with the pistol. I have the Harvest name pistol here with damage to target of cover, and it comes with the talents determined. Right, going down to the armor, I have 3 pieces of Lmg in this build, where it gives you 20% explosive resistance bonus, 20% skill health, and 30% Lmg damage. This is the main bonus that we want to gain from this brand piece. All right, let's drill down on each piece. So on the mask, I am using the Coyote exotic mask, where you can get it just about everywhere from the open world, from target loot from the summit, or even the countdown. You can even also get it from the seasonal priority objective reward. Right, so what does this Coyote exotic mask give us? It gives us the additional crit chance and crit damage. And on this mask, I have crit chance, crit damage, and I put on crit damage mod. And going down to the chest piece, so the chest piece comes with a blue core, and then I have crit damage, crit chance, and a crit damage mod. And the talent that I'm using here is Intimidate, where you gain stacks and increase your weapon damage when you receive bonus armor. Hence, that is why next we are going to the backpack. So the backpack is also a Lmg piece. It comes with a blue core, and it has crit damage, crit chance, and I put on crit damage mod. And the talent I'm using here is Bloodsucker, where you gain bonus armor on kill. So with this talent, it goes well with Intimidate. And on the holster, it is the last piece of Lmg. It comes with the blue core, crit damage, crit chance. On the glove, I have a name contractor's glove. With this one piece, we get 10% Lmg damage bonus. It comes with a permanent attributes, which is the damage to armor, and it comes with crit damage. And on the knee pad, I have the Grupo knee pads, where with one piece of this Grupo piece I get 13% crit hit damage. And on the attributes we have crit chance and crit damage. So on a side note, one thing when you are farming on the Lmg piece, it always comes with in blue on the core attributes. It comes with armor. So if you want to roll, you get to roll on raid, you just have to make sure that you need to find pieces that comes with crit damage and crit chance, and you can roll on the core you can roll on the raid core or the weapon damage on the core attributes. But on my skills, I am using the fixed drone. It is for survivability. You may also use a defensive drone if you want to. If you are using the gunner specialization, you may also use the Banshee Pulse. So the thing about playing around with the LMG, you are wide open. You can't use any shields. The only defense that you can do is going cover to cover, and yeah, using those skills that I just mentioned. On the secondary, I have the secondary skills. I have the Reviver Hive, also for my survivability. And let's take a look. Next, we take a look on the modifier. So on the active modifier, I'm using the Assault Link, where it gives you that additional weapon damage when you activate it. On the passive modifier, the first one, I'm using the best kind of defense, where it gives you that additional headshot damage. On the second modifier, we have loaded up, where you gain additional crit damage out of 25% of crit chance. And on the third modifier, I'm using multitasker, where at tier 5 you receive additional 7.5% weapon damage, 85,000 max armor, and 1 skill tier. All right, next we take a look on the stats. So this is the stats after we have gained tier 5 modifier. So on the weapon damage, we have about 195,000 weapon damage. On the crit chance, we have 65% increase up to 65%, and same goes with crit damage. It goes up to 180.7%. And then we take a look on the defense. So the defense, the armor that I have is about 1.4 million. So basically that is all about the build. I hope you give it a try. Tell me about it. If you have any question, any suggestion, or any recommendation, do drop it in the comment. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop that like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys very, very much. And I hope to be seeing you guys again in the next one. Thank you.